Hey, he's got his back here. That's not funny.
No, I don't. It's
Actually,
right there.
put your camera
You're
right
front
there.
center.
We're on camera.
And I got a skin tag for it. I got this big thing on.
Okay,
What do you want me to do?
You gotta sign the
Okay.
motions.
Gotta
oh,
get my
right.
lunettes first.
Do you want the text now? Yeah, please, thank you. Do you have to sign anywhere
We
else?
get the new chairs, did you?
Do I sign anything else or is that it? Hello, welcome. Hi. Hello. Sorry.
What's up, everybody?
Let's go. You can choose which one. You moved, you're seconded. Yes.
Somebody else.
Here, another one to start. That's the flyer. It went out today.
Yeah, I did see it.
Got it. And it was on the brightest of orange paper, so that people will see it.
I love it.
Okay, so just call the meeting to order. So moved by Sylvie, seconded by Holly, that the meeting be open at 5:02 p.m. All in favor? Carried. And adoption of the agenda, moved by Holly and seconded by Dan, that the draft agenda dated October 7th, 2024 be adopted as prepared. All in favor? Carried. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof? Hearing none. The adoption of the previous minutes, so moved by Shayna, thank you. Oh, man, I can't read these today. Second by Dan, that the minutes of the Recreation and Fitness Committee of September 9th, 2024 be adopted as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Any presentations and delegations? None. Any staff reports?
Nope.
None. So that brings us to items for community discussion, which is right here. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
So obviously the first one is our Halloween parade. So let's get Cassandra to give us an update and then we can come back again into it from there.
Okay, so I sent the sheet to everyone the other day with all the floats and where we're at for donations and everything like that. What's been picked up, what hasn't, just so we're all on the same page. Has anything changed for anyone on that? Like, do we?
2 checks now. So you
Yes, those
have
are for, sorry, your
Dr. Masonry.
Okay.
And myself.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Century 21, they're deciding about doing a float. They have a few volunteers to do it, so they're gonna confirm for sure.
Okay.
So that one is pending. And then Parker's, I left a message with him, so I'm waiting for Stu to get back.
Okay.
Oh, what else is there? Lions Club, I'm not sure if they emailed or not. They were supposed to email the township or Holly, so.
Nope.
Okay, I will reach out to.
So
Holly.
we have them in for walking.
So I actually double checked my messages and it is a donation and a float
And
with
a-
walkers.
Float with
Yeah.
walkers.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I will confirm with Holly
Okay.
Menard to get that confirmed.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Anybody else? Any changes?
So I was working on a few things. I believe the boat is donating. I believe the veggie wholesale place, TCM.
Okay,
They're donating. I think those are I just gotta pick them up.
okay.
Good Riddance.
I
Pest
didn't-
Control
A donation?
is a donation.
Okay.
And all of those guys just want to know kind of how to pay and when to pay and
Yep.
get a receipt and that kind of stuff. So I'll be on all those guys at some point this week.
Okay,
I've also contacted a bunch of people about doing floats and
Yep.
adding walkers and stuff like that. So
okay, great.
we'll see how all that kind of falls into play.
Cool. Checks need to be made out to the township bond field just so we can keep track of everything. Make sure it goes there. Any cash or candy donations, stuff like that, if you can bring them in as soon as possible, just so we can know, one, how much we have, keep it all in like a nice location. We've got it organized in there.
Mhm.
I'm at Costco tomorrow if there's anything that needs to be picked up.
There was talk of giant skeletons at one point, but
I think we're a little light on funds compared to previous years, so
Mhm.
let's get some candy in and let's just grow the event year after year and see where we're at next year.
Yep.
People will start buying Halloween decorations, but let's look,
we'll put that on the back burner.
let's look November 1st and see what we got going on.
Okay.
I also still say that as a committee, we have a budget as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yep.
like, we can
Yep.
buy some decorations, especially if they go pretty cheap the first week in November and just
Yeah.
place mark them for next year, right?
Yep.
This event is not going anywhere, so we
No.
might as well support it.
Yeah.
Anything else from anyone?
No Frills McEwen has an email sent out. I followed up with them today and they had been on holiday, so they didn't
Okay.
get the request
Okay.
letter or it's somewhere on their desk. So she asked me to email, so I emailed that today.
Okay.
Looks promising. And I think that was it from them. I know Rocking Horse Riding Association said that they would donate and potentially have riders.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a concern for riders it being in the
Mhm.
night or anything like that. I don't
No.
know anything about horses. So, but yeah,
Okay.
so I'll follow up with them.
But yeah, I think that's where we are now is we just need to really like
Nail it
nail it
down.
down.
So I was at Costco and I had a look at their candy.
Mhm.
And it's not any cheaper than
No.
buying it at any
Okay.
other place.
Mhm.
If anything, some of it was more expensive.
Okay.
Like the boxes of chocolate
Okay.
bars and stuff were actually a couple bucks more expensive than if you go for
Mhm.
one of the sales at the grocery store or something. So
Okay.
I did reach out to Renee to ask her, was there any companies that were more, in tune with giving discounts and stuff? And she said they had good response from Independent last year, so it might
Okay.
be something to talk to them about.
I
Okay.
left a message. I'm gonna get back on it. I'm gonna call his wife because I'm friends with her.
There you go.
I think it's kind of a strength on numbers too, right? Like if you walk in with $1,500 cash and you're like, hey, look, I'm buying all of our.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for us?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll do stuff on the spot as well.
Yeah.
Discounts
Can you
with-
get
for
that?
purchases, Whereas if we're just walking in and asking for a handout, I'm sure those answers are gonna be limited, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, we do have some money, we have some donations, we gotta buy candy, so let's just support the companies and organizations that are supporting us.
Okay, also for the Halloween, the house decorating, contest. How do we want to do the rules on that, basically? How are they submitting? How are they?
I like the idea of just putting them on the township or the Facebook group and just having people vote by likes.
Okay,
Simple as that.
and then if someone say doesn't have Facebook or something like that, they could just send it in to me and I can
You can
Yeah,
post it there
Post it
and
there,
then
yeah.
we'll let them know.
There's a
Okay.
few things that drives people to our Facebook page as well. Create some mentions and.
Yeah, some positivity. Do we want to start, Steve had mentioned starting that earlier? Maybe this week to kind of drum up support
Mhm.
for, so we'll start pushing
Yes.
that as well.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any good photos of houses, or does anyone know anyone in town?
There's
that-
one
Oh,
on
yeah.
Young Street.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's got
stalked
the tall
every
skeletons.
Yeah.
Does anyone
I
know
could
them? Like
add
we
to
could
that.
reach out.
I don't know
to
who they
them?
are. I don't know who they are.
I'll go knock
Outside
on that
almost
door.
every day, putting stuff on, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's put a lot. He
Yeah,
went
he's
to
put
the
a lot of
States.
work.
He went to the States and went to Home Depot and like stocked up on all their stuff. in
It's
the States.
incredible.
It'd
Yeah.
be nice if we could get a photo from Bonfield to
Mhm.
use to
To use.
promote
Yeah.
the contest. So if anyone,
I can, you know what, I can go that way and take one and then send it to you.
yeah,
Just
we'll need
having
his permission.
So
Guess
That's
you're
the
knocking on his door. you know,
I would,
so-
I'm willing to knock on his door.
I don't mind
Okay.
knocking on the door. I
I'm not
drive by
afraid
there
of
every day.
I'm not afraid of TikToks. or
Um,
anything.
Okay, so you'll reach out about
Yeah.
that and, okay,
Maybe tonight.
okay. And then, because I would like to have a picture from the
Okay.
actual township
Yeah.
to post to get that going. Judging for the floats, you
I-
had reached out to Renee?
Yeah, so she did get back to me and she's just not able to at this time.
Okay.
So, yeah, who do we want to be our judges? And then what's criteria?
Mm-hmm. Criteria, I think if we can just do, I found, just creativity, the visual impact, and then like the holiday spirit. So like creativity,
Yeah.
how is it different from everybody else's visually, like how impressive is it kind of thing, and then how well does it fit with the theme of Halloween? Like if it's
Mhm.
a Christmas float,
I would hope not.
I would
but
say
okay.
that doesn't land as high on that scale.
Right.
Well, depending if it's a scary.
And if
Christmas-
it's like,
Nightmare
what's the
Before
nightmare?
Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Any thoughts?
judges.
I mean, we have a new principal in town. We can try and get the school involved.
For the
We
judging?
can, yeah. We can reach out to the principal and see if she wants
I
to.
just sent her an email today to follow up with how they want to participate. So when she gets back to me, I can ask her about having the students judge, the teachers.
I was gonna say her and a teacher.
Okay.
Principal and a teacher, a couple teachers.
Okay.
So when are we announcing the winner?
I was thinking it'd be nice to do it on Halloween because it's a couple days after. It
Yeah.
gives people the
Yeah.
chance to, if they're just hearing about, especially like the
Mhm.
Halloween the house
Mhm.
decorating contest,
Mhm.
it gives them a day or two to get their photos in as well, and then it's on theme.
I think next year pushing these Facebook contests, I think would be a good idea and start
Mhm.
doing them earlier.
Yep.
So, Sandra and I talked the other day, we could do like the house decoration. Maybe the deadline be the first week of October and then announce the winner shortly after that, and then do maybe a jack-o'-lantern contest. Same deal, kids carve a pumpkin, we send the photo in, we put it on Facebook, same thing, likes. And then that contest maybe a week before the parade, and then we announce the winner, and that just keeps driving people back to the page and reiterating that we have the parade coming up. So it's kind of like a work up towards it, so. I think adding the jack-o'-lantern one would be good for the kids. Could even do a costume contest one to post parade after the parade's over. Just to get more kids involved and more
Mhm.
people involved, but
You could, well, and with the jack-o'-lanterns, it could kind of coincide with Rolly's because he.
Yeah,
Mhm,
he
I
does
was just
for
thinking
parking.
that, yeah. Okay,
yeah, just anything to send extra traffic to our page so that they're getting the information out there all the time about the parade. Just to build it up.
I know I wouldn't want to do it too early though, like Thanksgiving, right? I know a lot of people who won't do anything Halloween until Thanksgiving's done,
Mhm.
kind
Yeah.
of thing, especially decorating and whatnot. It's kind of
That's my mojo.
staying
That's
in
how I
line.
do it after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
yeah, but if we're organized to hit the ground running then next year
yeah,
and have all the information ready.
Yeah.
to go, yeah.
Yeah, just whatever it is, I'm looking at a calendar, because the parade generally is a few days prior to Thanksgiving. as well.
Mhm.
We've already kind of short timed a little bit for October. But if you do like, I'm just pulling numbers out of the hat here. We did like the house decorating deadline by the 17th, which is a Friday, or 18th, which is a Friday this year, and then announce the winner on a Monday. Deadline for the pumpkins, the 25th. Announce the winners on the Monday, and then the parade. Like something like that, just a few week process, just to kind of build it up and keep sending people back to our pages and so that they see the information all the time, right?
Okay. Any other thoughts on Halloween?
So the people who want their house judged, will they they'll have to like email you and give you their address? So
Yeah,
that people can drive around and kind of know what the addresses are and
Mm,
like,
we-
how are
we
you
won't
gonna
be
post it out?
posting their ad.
They'll send a
Based on the
picture.
photo.
Yeah. They can
Yeah.
send
Oh,
a
they're just gonna
picture.
send a photo.
Send
okay.
a photo, yeah, I don't think we can
Then this way, the rural people, like,
participate.
yeah, like
as
people
well.
that are way out in the country.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just send a photo and then,
that's a good idea. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was thinking, how would you know where all the houses are, right?
Yeah, so we'll ask people to take a photo and send it in to us, and then we can get it on our Facebook page.
So make it clear though that it's Bond Field.
Right.
Yeah.
That you're not submitting them.
Photo
No.
or can we do like video clips on our Facebook?
We can.
Just
yeah.
because, the
Yeah,
guy on, he's
okay.
got, like, there's audio
Things
to
that
his stuff,
moves
and there's
too,
stuff
yeah.
that moves.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to kind of maybe put in the rules, like, I don't know, 5 second, 10 second.
Okay. Anything else?
So, I know you guys have been contacting people that donated previously. So everybody that contacted or that donated previously for the last 2 or 3 events, they've been contacted at least once now. And then anybody that had a float in before, based on photos and stuff on Facebook and whatever information we could find, those guys have been reached out to.
As far as
well.
I know, yeah.
Perfect.
I think we're pretty on track with the number of floats that we've had.
Yeah,
There's always the last minute ones too that
Yeah.
show up.
I imagine more than half of the people aren't going to register. They're just gonna show
Show
up.
They're
up
just
like
gonna
they've
show
done
up.
we
in the
had
past.
a
Yeah.
student first today. They're gonna put in a big bus and decorate it and stuff like that, which will be
Nice.
great. Like that's some visual impact.
Yeah.
So that'll really add to it. That'll be nice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Public Works is doing something as well.
Yeah, yeah. And the fire department said that they're gonna put in at least the one pumper.
Right.
Which will be nice. Like,
Yeah.
that's always a hit.
The kids love
the kids will love
the
it.
the kids always listen for the sirens coming
Yeah.
down the road,
Mhm.
right?
For
That's
sure.
Where it all
Like,
gets
it's
exciting.
huge for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get that. That's awesome.
I'll ask Michelle too for Nailed It, because she usually does one too.
Yeah.
and
They
see,
do have really good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask her what's going on with her. I'll place her tonight.
Have we heard from Cody and Josh, like the Kanye's guys?
Just Cody, yeah. Profound, yeah.
Yeah.
He says he's definitely in.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard from the Gagne outside of that one division.
Yeah. All right, 7B, Christmas in Bonfield.
So we are sticking November 30th.
I don't think we keep changing.
Okay,
Like I've been saying 5.5 years on this committee now that we should put out our dates at the start of the year. That's our calendar and they don't change. And
Okay.
This is our events and here's our timelines, and when other people decide to start doing more events around here, they either go the same day as us or they pick based on the dates that we have.
okay.
These are events are not new. I
No.
don't want to keep changing them.
Mhm.
November, December is super busy for people.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have that calendar or to always know it's like the third week of
Yeah.
November or, it's.
Okay, so we'll get that, and then that information will be going out in the newsletter that should be going out shortly.
I think I've mentioned that before, that every newsletter should just have like a kind of bold, like some info on the dates
Mhm.
and info on what events are coming up for the next 2 or 3, but then there should just be a list of all the other events.
Mhm.
So when you're done with those ones, your next newsletter, these move up, but these ones move back down to the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
And you just keep, every event is listed
Okay,
Yeah.
and it just moves with the calendar.
With the date.
Yeah.
okay.
It's gonna pick up something in the calendar tomorrow. All days lately.
Okay, outside of that, for Christmas in Bonfield, we will have to get another parade organized
Oh, God.
for that one.
Would we
So-
do, instead of like another
Unless,
full parade, would we just make it all about Santa and his reindeer? And I don't know, just like Santa going through Bonfield or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
because they usually pull Santa through
Yeah,
the town.
like, I don't know, something that's just more, instead of trying to get all the
Mhm.
same
Simpler.
people
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
for another parade that's literally in a couple of weeks kind of thing, that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because pulling off a parade, like especially back to back like that,
Yeah.
it's,
it's a
you're
lot.
asking a lot.
so how, that's a great idea.
Mhm.
Just really focus it, use it as like a, because we'll have the OPP to do the Phila Cruiser. You
Yeah.
could really just shift that to like a,
Okay, it sounds really weird. What about
Fundraiser?
a hayride with Santa? Like, I don't know where liability wise you could do that, but that'd be like cool for kids to be able to, jump on a hayride with Santa.
Mhm.
Big hay wagon.
Just continue us around the block.
Why not? Up and down the hills, right?
And the 3-car parade.
It doesn't have to be- it does-
And scooping.
But I mean, it doesn't have to be, it could be a tractor, or it could be,
Yeah,
you know,
tractor,
Sure.
you know,
Either, well, probably best to meet 4 corners and then through town.
yeah,
and then End off here where
That's-
parents can meet them here.
yeah,
And have like hot chocolate or something like that.
Yeah.
And if they're really little, the parents have to be able to get on.
yeah.
It'd be better than the kids standing there in the cold, because the parents can get on with a blanket
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Do we know anybody with a tractor?
A big tractor to pull a big hay wagon?
We'll see.
Okay,
Okay, so
So
it
it's-
needs to end at the hall though, right? Because this is the Christmas and,
Fine, I mean, we can, I don't know, we'll have to figure out where we're gonna load them up and then.
I'd
Yeah,
say
here.
Yeah,
to the hall.
and then head to
Yeah.
the hall.
Yeah, because they don't want to make
Santa.
it too long either.
that, if we can make that work, that'd be,
Like if you go from
Really
here
cool.
up and then around, just to make it a little bit longer. you just
Yeah.
go up. Yeah,
what do you guys think?
I think it's
I
a
think
good
my
idea.
kid would love it.
Yeah.
one less parade.
Yeah, even if we went up and then went up by Sampson and came back around.
Yeah,
At least have dirt, right? So it's not
Well,
so
it
hard.
just adds a little bit more length to it.
Yeah.
I just say go down, up,
Well, and they
up,
could sing
up the
Christmas
hill here
carols.
for fun.
If
Lose
they
a
had
couple of
music
kids off the
playing and,
hill.
and sing Christmas carols
Yeah.
and,
That'd be great.
you know what, it'll be different than, even other areas.
And I mean, you can
I'm
put a
just
cap,
smiling.
like certain, an age group where they're the little ones, where the
Would be
parents
the-
have to be there.
and
But
Adult.
you know,
supervision.
You could still
Yeah.
put your truck in and have the big speakers with the music playing.
I think Santa should be driving the tractor.
I might have a handle on a Grinch costume that might not be being used.
We had a Santa, didn't we?
A Santa outfit,
Yeah.
we do have a Santa outfit yet,
But we have a person.
not
No.
that day.
Okay. I want to bless Santa.
To recognize.
No. We
I-
could fix him up.
Yep.
Okay, so is that what you guys want to do instead
I
of,
like that.
Yeah, I do.
The
I think
parade?
it would be something that we can.
'Cause we only
easily
have-
Put together with
Well, I
the
think
time that we have.
Counselor Corbett would make a good Santa. Yeah,
we only have one more meeting before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm
like,
saying.
like this, we need to decide.
Keep it as
what you
simple.
guys
I
wanna
say
do?
we go with it.
I think go
Unless
for it.
There's any sort of liability concern or something. I think
yeah.
that'd be
you'd have-
great.
you'd have
That's
to
the
look
light,
at that.
yeah.
Yeah,
You'd have to look into that.
Okay,
And we have to make sure about a hay wagon.
yeah. You got any leads on a?
Well, I'm sure Chris Bedard probably would lend us one, eh?
Yeah.
And he probably, you know what, we might be able to convince him with one of the big tractors.
Well, that's what I was gonna talk to him.
Yeah, because his daughters,
Right, we're using one of the tractors for the Halloween parade and the float.
so the other thing
So
would
you
be
want-
the number of people who could fit on a potential wagon.
Yes.
But then, like I
Right,
said, we'll have to
so-
find out the liability whole thing.
Yeah,
So. 'cause
so it might have to be like 2 runs or something, if there's multiple.
What's the date of this?
The
So
30th?
November.
Mm-hmm.
Who's arranging a Santa?
he's making sure he's free so he can.
I
We can
know
fix
more
your eyebrows
elf kind of
white
people.
and fix your beard
We're more
white.
elfish.
Okay,
Hey, man, if I can get Gary to look like Rip off of Yellowstone, I can get you to look like Santa.
do we want to though have the OPP involved still with the Villa Cruiser?
Yeah, I
Sure,
think that'd be
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Okay,
So, and then Santa's usually on the fire truck?
Oh, so
no,
yeah,
he-
we're-
he's on the
Santa's
Public
got the-
Works trailer usually.
okay.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna pull a hay wagon. or whatever,
Santa can be
Santa
on the
there,
trip.
Yeah, yeah.
And you want to do a public works.
Well, we might still need a public works trailer to fit that many kids with family though, like. Right? For room wise, so that it's,
Do we just do 2 run, or we can try and,
I don't know, I'm
We'll
just
have to
thinking.
practice.
I thought this one would just continuously go for 3, 4, 5 trips or whatever. You don't gotta fit 80 kids. on
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing. Put 12 on, drive them up, come back at 10.
Do they have to
more, drive 'em
register
up.
usually? Don't they have to register usually for
It-
that?
for the breakfast in Santa, the one that the
Alright.
The
Breakfast
Lions.
with Santa the Lions,
Yeah.
they do registration. I
Right.
would love people to register.
I would think
be
that
amazing.
registration would be
Because I feel like for liability purposes,
having
Okay,
to sign off.
right,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I feel like the only thing that's
Yeah.
gonna get us safe is that if you have a consent form from a parent,
Right.
so that if
Mhm.
anything happens, that's the liability falling on them to say, yes,
Okay.
I was giving them permission
Yeah.
to be.
And it gives us an idea of how many potential runs there's going to be,
Mhm,
right? Like,
yeah.
Santa might need a little flask in his pocket.
of cocoa. Okay, so then that would, I think, alleviate having to plan another parade back
Absolutely.
to back,
Yeah,
and that
I think the
is-
kids would love it.
Yeah.
That's a
I think
good
the kids
idea,
alone,
Lauren.
I think
That's
parents
a
will
great
really love
idea.
it. Yeah, I honestly think the parents are really gonna appreciate that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I do.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, good thoughts.
it's just something fun.
It's
Mhm.
different.
If we can't do that for some reason,
Mhm.
what do you
What's
do want to do
option two?
instead? What is option two?
He said that to Jason. He's laughing.
If we can't do it because of liability reasons, what's,
Three-car parade.
Or, yeah. It's the.
We'll have to
public
do,
works
we'll
float
have to do
and-
another quick meeting, I guess,
okay,
right?
I will look
Figure
into
it out.
this and.
How many did we have for the parade last year?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it was small, very
Yeah, it
small.
was 3 to 7.
It was 3. Let's go for 4.
Do we have to do a parade though? Like, does it
No,
have to be
no, no,
a
no.
parade?
It's
don't even
whatever you
have to
guys
run
want to
it.
do.
Yeah.
Like, you
Like,
don't have,
could we not even just have something in the township like we did before with Santa, like dressed up, have hot cocoa and like,
we can do whatever you guys want.
cause didn't we do that last year? Was it last year where Santa was dressed up here and there was like hot cocoa and roasted, there was little bonfires?
That family day,
That was,
Oh,
Yeah.
we
was
didn't
it?
have Santa, but
Oh, I
like,
thought
if
there
he
was
wants to come,
Santa. I
that's
feel like
cool.
There was a Santa somewhere. Okay.
But
Santa
even-
was here before the parade last year and took pictures and stuff, but
so instead of posting it as a parade, like if we can't do the wagon
Mhm.
rides, instead of posting as a parade, how about like Santa's coming to town and you can post his route from where his reindeer land to getting to the township.
And then maybe at the
And
township
then-
is.
And then
what-
people can choose to, if they want their kids to line up, you know, they can,
and then, yeah, we would,
instead of it being a full parade and then
Just
being a
the Santa?
disappointment.
He would have to sit
So-
probably up on top where we usually have the guy play music. And then they could
Mhm.
go and tell them
See
what they want for
Santa.
Christmas but that's changing things quite a bit too, right?
Yeah, let's work on the hayride thing and see if we can get that going. I think that would be pretty cool and
and we'll
And
work
then
on a
maybe-
backup plan.
got some backups. if
I
we can.
mean, yeah. Talk to Nikki and the insurance. I mean, if they sign a waiver,
Mhm.
kind of,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
they can't go on unless they have a waiver.
Yeah,
Yep.
there has to be a way to do it. People do it.
Sure.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
doing everybody, like they just had wagon rides at the waterfront for their fall fair thing.
Mhm.
Okay,
And that was horses. And I mean, there'd be a lot more liability there if they ever.
okay.
Bolted or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Or a child, somebody not watching or.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, after that, because there's not gonna be an actual parade and they just get on, will there be like a little stand maybe with hot chocolate for the kids after?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Yeah, because you got
'Cause
the
that would be
big
really cute.
thing
We
with
have
hot
the- yeah.
chocolate.
They usually go in and decorate.
Yeah, they do the
Cookies
cookies
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
And we
so-
always have hot chocolate in there,
'Cause that's the
but if
same-
we wanna
Yeah.
Day is the
Yeah.
being, yeah, so they're gonna go into the hall, parents probably gonna go to the
have
hall.
the hot
anyways.
chocolate and
Yeah.
the cookie decorating and
So if we
Little-
know how many kids can go on a float, like if we
Mhm.
find it the size of the wagon, how many kids and people have to pre-register, we can kind of set a time, like
Mhm.
your float one, your float two.
Yep.
So then number one, you're not filling this parking lot with 300 cars.
Yeah.
And stuff. So if people know like the ride's 15 minutes, then we give them the times, right?
Mhm.
So sign up for float one, it's, I forget the times.
Yeah.
Kinda
then
thing, and
make
that
your
way we
to the
yeah.
chili contest.
Yeah,
and-
2:00, 2:15.
Yeah.
3,
And that lets
Okay.
the parents
2:30.
get from here to the hall while the kids are being entertained on a parade or on a float
okay.
wagon. So I mean, that means we can fill so many spots if we
Mhm.
set, okay, we're doing 5 runs or whatever.
Yeah, because the
and this
parents
is how
can meet
many
them at the hall
kids.
after they're on the
So if you
wagon.
don't register by this date, then to kind of avoid people that just show up.
Mhm. Yeah,
I think they'll.
But it
join.
also recommends saying if you have a child under the age of 6 to have an adult
Yeah.
with them.
I was thinking 10.
No, I know, but it's a
Just
short
have
ride.
health
Yeah.
Yeah.
Babysit. I wonder who could be at help.
I was
I
thinking like
wonder who
8.
Oh, would you
could
like me to
be
do it
at
too?
help. Just not that-
Gee, maybe
Oh my
we gotta
gosh.
volunteer for that.
I picked up what you were putting down.
Yeah. You might even be able to find a partner.
Holly?
Just saying, sure. Try that.
See how that goes.
All right,
Well, it seems how Jason's being Santa, we can get Donna to be another
he's
elf.
pretty excited about
I
it.
bet.
He sent me an emoji, it looks like this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it
Was
was
it actually that one though?
No.
Is there one for that?
No, you have to go hunting.
All
It's
right.
not really.
The
probably has it
2024
on.
events.
Remembrance Day is on the Sunday, the 10th. It is not the Friday, the 8th that
Yeah, that you post or,
we almost sent out the letters.
okay.
And then I reached out to Steve LaRock from the Legion, and he informed us that in fact he cannot do the week before. And I had to reach out to another municipality and let them know that theirs was not going to work that day.
Are you
So
just like pulling names out of a hat or dates out of a hat for this
No.
event now or what?
no, we were contacted by another municipality that we based this one off of. So we thought, okay, we switched dates.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to him and he's like, no, it will be the Sunday, the 10th, is when they do it for
Mhm.
us this year. And so, yeah, it is Sunday, the 10th.
It's
Okay.
never been on a weekend here.
Yeah. Hmm.
Perfect. As long as we got a date and time for it.
Yes.
And then Lee's reached out, she had to resign, as well for some, personal reasons, I guess. So I feel like we've been, constantly accepting resignations and opening up new spots. This committee was always a 5-person committee prior. And we extended it to 7 when we had 5 really reliable, dedicated people for a long time. Thinking that we could change our terms of reference and go to 7 people and just get more hands on deck for events and stuff like that, but it seems like that might be a constant pull. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. I don't really have a vote in this per se. We can change our terms of reference again and go back down to 5. Or if we want to stay at 7, we need 2 committee members.
I mean,
So,
are we asking too much of people? I mean,
we've been pretty upfront that it is 1 meeting a month and then the events that we run, and you don't even have to do all the events, but you have to do some of the events, or
Sure.
at least some portion of some of the events. So like the last event, I think was the movie thing.
Mhm.
I'm not sure who was there. I was there, yourself was there. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody else kind of came and went because it's a bit of a busy time and we were kind of all over the place. So like we tried to structure it before where we almost had a schedule, like, hey, then, you know, everybody will be kind of available for the Halloween one. I think people will come and go for the Christmas one. But stuff like the trade show, 5 of us don't need to be there. So go, I'll set it up and tear it down and somebody else show up and run out the door and put coffee on or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So we've been pretty upfront about what it is, 1 meeting a month and then, you know, however you can for the events, but I think we were just really snake bitten with people coming in and having the best intentions and then their lifestyles changing for various reasons,
Mhm.
whether it's health or family obligations or whatever. So I think we just kind of went down a bit of a bad slope with people that we had through no fault of anybody. So I don't know whether we
I
want to
would-
try and get 2 more,
no, I would take it back down to 5,
go to 5.
my thoughts anyways.
Oh, sorry, we missed. Did you do Lisa's?
No, no.
Okay.
So, was.
And
are
there's
we
then there's
voting?
one.
Okay. So, yeah, so Sandra already had a motion for it. Yeah, I don't know, what's everybody's thoughts? Do we like 5? Do we want to try and get 2 more to get 7? It's nice to have extra people at the events.
Yeah.
It's also. a bit
But
of a
is
pain in the
there-
butt if we're.
Is
people are
there a
coming and going.
reason why they can't participate in the committee but not be part of?
They can definitely
Like,
volunteer.
can they come to the meetings? and
Everybody can come.
participate?
It's
Yeah,
open up.
public
but-
Yeah, so then, I mean, if they're dedicated and they want to see how it works, but without having to commit to actually.
Yeah, and
being
that's the
part
thing.
of
So
it.
for some people, Halloween is the be
the
all
big
end
one.
all.
Yeah,
Other people, it's Christmas. If
Mhm.
we can get those people in contact with us, and then we can just hey, what would you like to do?
But as far as this committee is concerned, like we need to have quorum for a meeting. So right now we're sitting at 7 people. So we need 4 to be here. If we change it down to 5, then we only need 3 to be here. So there's pros and cons to everything. We just moved it up to 7 because like I say, everybody was really reliable. And we thought if we move it to 7, we'll have more hands on deck for bigger events. But like you said, they don't have to be part of the committee to volunteer at the events. So specifically for this committee, do we want to try and get 2 new people to go to keep it at 7? Or do we want to change the terms of reference and go back down to 5?
I'm new, but in my opinion, basically from seeing this turnovers that I've seen, I'd recommend keeping it at 5, seeing how long it stays, because I feel like the group that we have here, we're pretty committed to the community, what we do already. So I would say keeping it at 5, and then if there's people that are interested in getting more involved and the things that we're doing are, you know, exploring and being more expanding, maybe that's when we can start opening it up. But I think for now, I think keeping it at quorum would be a lot easier if we want to meet those.
Yeah, because
Timelines.
we don't want people showing up and there's not quorum.
Right.
I mean, so.
Yeah.
It's easier to have quorum at 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
So at 5, you need 4 to do the
3.
meeting?
3.
3?
3.
Okay.
okay, so I'll read these. So 7D is Lee School's resignation. Moved by Dan, second by Sylvie, that the Recreation Fitness Committee recommends the council to accept Lee School's resignation from the committee and that a letter be sent thanking her for her service and that advertising be placed on the website for members to sit on the committee. So we're
Can we
gonna
just
strike
say
that.
no?
We'll strike that part and
Can
then,
we just say no and not recommend to council? The letter writes up, aside from-
she did say she would be happy to help out
Volunteer,
at
when
bigger
needed.
events
Yeah.
and stuff like
I can
that.
see that. Yeah.
She just can't have it on her plate right
She's got
now.
a lot
She
going on.
has a lot, she does a lot.
She
in this
does so much
community.
for this
on the
community
side,
already.
So-
yeah.
Well, and what's gonna happen when she moves, once her house
Then
is ready?
she
to
would
move?
have, yeah.
She's not allowed.
But no, she will be involved still, just not officially. And I
Mhm.
think that's an option
Yeah.
Yeah.
for us. So
We need to vote on that. All in favor?
Mm.
Carried. 7E, Recreation Fitness Committee structure. Whereas the Recreation Fitness Committee terms of reference state that the committee should be comprised of 3 or 5 members of the public. Therefore, the Recreation and Fitness Committee recommends the council to revise the terms of reference to 3 members of the public only. So 3 members of the public, 2 members of council. All in favor? Carried. No committee motions?
No.
No correspondence?
I just want to say that someone left a really nice letter at the community garden. You know, just thanking for the community garden and how great it was. So it was really nice
It was
of
very
someone to
nicely
drop
done
the
this
letter.
year. It was very
Yeah.
well kept this year.
I actually thought the same thing. I went by at 7 this morning and somebody had stuff in there and somebody put a plant in there.
Zucchini,
Yeah.
Then the whole stand and the way the garden looks way more professional than previous years. And, you know, a lot of time and effort and energy went into that. So that's
Do we know
awesome.
who did that? Who was maintaining it? You did?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Oh, you did a great job since I
You
used
did an
all the green
amazing
onions.
it's been a really big hit with the
Mhm.
community
Yeah, people have
and
commented really
it's
positively.
positive. we're grateful.
Mhm.
I've gone on
For the hard
walks and I walk by and then I snack.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
check it out and see
Mhm.
what's.
Yeah, and
what's
actually,
going.
we were there gardening one night.
Oh, sorry.
Like a young kid stopped by and he stopped and talking to us and then he was like snacking on green peppers. and-
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's wonderful.
No, it was
It's been
awesome.
good.
Fantastic.
Great job with that.
That the bears got all the apples into community because we wanted to see baskets of apples, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the deer, got
Yeah.
lots of stuff out of the garden.
Okay,
Yeah, she's a-
so for adjournment, moved by Sylvie and second by Dan that the meeting be adjourned at 5:40 PM. All in favor?
That's the earliest
Okay.
we got out of here in a while.
Good. So we have boot camp. I gotta get
Yeah.
I got a staff meeting at 6:30 back at the gun club.
Oh
and
my
a
God.